Okay, welcome everybody. I am so excited to have Yen back on here because so for those of you who don't know, she is one of the co-founders of Funclass, which is the teaching platform that I prefer to use for teaching all of my online classes. I only have a couple of students that I'm using Class N with, and other than that, everybody is on Funclass. I absolutely love it. They made some changes today, or not today, last week, that my students are really excited about. I'm really excited about. So I'm taking my students on a shopping spree. We're going to show you what that's all about. Go ahead. I'll leave the floor to you, Yen.
Yeah, all right. So let me share my screen and let me know when you can see it.
Yep, we can see it.
Awesome, fantastic. So, hello everyone. Very glad to be back on Jillian's channel with some exciting updates about Funclass. So, for those who do not know Funclass yet, okay, I'm gonna just give a quick intro about Funclass. As you see, Funclass is a gamified, all-in-one online tutoring platform with a pet development game. And yeah, last week we just released a very, very exciting feature, Pet Shop. Now the students can go to our pet shop to buy different things for the pet. Okay, so these are some screenshots for everyone to see how exciting the pet shop is. Now the students can purchase basically three different categories of items. One is the food, which is used to sustain the pet health and life. And then the second one you see in the middle is the accessories, where the students can customize the pet, put on a like necklace or the scarf, whatever, to personalize their pet. And finally, for students who already have like a grown-up pet, now they can purchase new pets in the pet store. Okay, so they can again get a new pet to raise from scratch. And with that being said, I'm gonna quickly show everybody the student portal. Okay, and yeah, just to show you live how it works at the moment. So now you can see my student portal. We have three more buttons here. One is the My Item page, which means the storage, basically. When a student bought the things, it will go to My Item page. And then the middle one is the shop. Okay, the pet shop where the students can purchase the things I just mentioned. And the third one is the pet guide that gives the student explanation how everything works, how they develop the pet, how they can buy things, how they can convert the coins, etc. So now let's go to the shop page. Can you hear the sound, by the way? The music?
No.
Okay, maybe yeah, I'm sharing a different tab so you cannot really hear it. But yeah, it's with the background and music, very cheerful, etc. And as you can see, I got myself a load of coins. More than 2,000. Really, yeah, happy with so many coins. So I can purchase whatever I want here in the shop. Okay, we have the fruit menu, and then the dessert menu. Okay, bubble tea, one of my favorites, and some more food you can purchase. So as you can see here, I'm already on level 10. Okay, so I unlocked everything. But if a student, let's say their current level is level 1, level 2, most of the items will be locked. Okay, so students, they have to reach up to a certain level in order to purchase these more advanced food. So that also gives them kind of more motivation to kind of work harder in the lessons in order to level up quickly to unlock these items. And then in the second category, I have the accessories, right? So currently, yeah, my bunny has a bow tie, but I can also purchase the necklace, I can purchase the Laura, etc., and the Christmas hat if it's Christmas. So the idea is that in the future, yeah, Funclass is going to have some seasonal items. So for example, for Halloween, for Christmas, etc. Yeah, we're gonna have some like time-bound seasonal items where the students can only buy them in season. Okay, so that's going to be even more exciting. They have to really work hard to gain the coins to buy the seasonal accessories, otherwise they will be off the shelf. And then the last thing is the pet. Yeah, so they can purchase more pets if they don't like the current choice, or their current pet, like mine, is already level 10, right? So I want a new pet to raise from scratch, then I can buy it. Okay.
So what happens what happens to their old pet?
So that's a great question. I'm going to show everybody now. Once you purchase the things in the shop, you can go to my item page with all of the food, accessories, the pet you've already bought. And then I can feed my pet. So right now you see my pet has 87 out of 100 HP. So I can feed some food, right? So I'm going to give it an apple. Okay. And I will feed the pet. Yeah. You can hear the crunchy sound, but now I'm sharing a different tab, so you can't not really hear it. And the pet will tell, yeah, I'm very happy. I like the food. Thank you. And then if I go to accessory part, I can then change the accessory for my pet. I like the Laura, so I'm going to confirm. And the pet says, yeah, it looks good on me. And finally, I just purchased a unicorn actually before our live, just to show you. And students can just change the pet. Okay, so what happened is that the older pet will go back into my item, yeah, unless they want to change it back again. And with the new pet, if I go to my homepage, you see the new pet is gonna be displayed on my homepage. And also, if you notice that my profile picture is now changed to my new pet. And then this new pet will also follow the student in the classroom, in the quizzes, in the leaderboard, everywhere. Okay, so that's how it works if the student bought a new pet and then they change the pet. Yeah, and the older pet is in the my item page. They can always go back to change it back if they want, change the pet, and then if you go to homepage, everything will be back to your old pet. Yeah, so that's how it works.
So Lori wants to know if kids can get HP during lessons. I noticed this too.
Right, that's a great question, Lori. So that's true. Since now the kids can buy the food in the shop, they no longer get the food HP during the class. So they can only gain XP rewards in the treasure chest at the moment. Okay. And then how can they convert coins? Right? Basically, half of the XPs they earned in the classroom will be converted into coins. Okay, so let's say you earned 100 XPs in the classroom, then you will gain 50 coins. Yeah, so it doesn't mean that you only get 50 XPs as the half is converted to coins. You still get 100 XPs. On top of that, you get another additional 50 coins because of the XPs you earned. Yeah, so that's how the system works. And again, if the students has any questions, they can always go to the pet guide. Okay, we have updated the pet guide with all of the information, how they can earn coins, for example, at the pet shop, etc. So yeah, you can also tell your student, go to your homepage to check out the pet shop, the pet guide if they have questions.
This is so cool. So how do they lose XP, or not XP, how do they lose HP?
Yeah, great question. So again, that is in our pet guide. There's 3 ways students will lose HPs. Number 1 is by taking the lessons, because the pet is with them, so somehow it consumes their energy as well. So that costs 5 HPs every time when they take a lesson. Okay. Secondly, every wrong answer in the quiz will cost them 1 HP. Yeah, and each time they get distracted, so that is basically how they can lose HPs very quickly if the student doesn't pay attention, like multitasking, go to different tabs or whatever, then every distraction will cost them 5 HPs. But as you know, teachers can disable that attention tracker. Right, so once they click on that purple I button just next to the leave classroom button, it won't punish the pet anymore. Okay, so if you know the student is paying attention, maybe they're just doing some research, whatever, you can actually disable that button so it doesn't punish the pet. Yeah, these are the 3 ways the student lose HPs. And I see Lori has another comment with the attention sensor takes HP still. How can they balance out in class now? Yeah, the answer is now they have to purchase the food, okay, after the lesson, and then to feed the pet to gain back the HP. And another thing, so the pet can be gone, okay, somehow can be dead if the HP is 0. Okay, so what the student can do is that they can go to the pet shop to buy kind of like a resurrection medicine, okay, so like a resurrection elixir. And then for that one, it costs 200 coins. So again, they have to work hard from the lesson to earn at least 400 XPs in order to convert 200 coins. Okay? And then they can revive the pet to buy that medicine. Yeah, so that's how it works. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I was confused when I went in there and my student the attention thing went off and I knew he was paying attention. We were just working on a writing project and I was like, "Oh, here, let me give you some HP." And we were going and going and going. I was like, "I don't think there is HP anymore." I kept going and going and going and going.
Yeah.
You're getting any.
But luckily, the student got a lot of XPs that they can convert to coins and they can buy the food later.
I was so confused because I didn't know that was a change, and I was like, "That's funny." I was like, "Every single time, you must have some luck. Every single time, you keep on clicking the XP." And I was like, "Wait a second, there is no S. There is no."
Yeah, that's true. We took it from the classroom. So now you can tell your students, okay, no more food from the class. You can buy it in the shop. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that is one update we have recently. And I also want to show everybody some upcoming new updates. Okay. Some
Oh,
other
there's
new
more. That's exciting.
Absolutely. Okay, so let me just go back. All right. So after the pet shop, we are currently developing the pet world right now. So that means the pet is going on adventures to different locations. And as you can see, in the first version, we are going to have 3 locations. Okay, the tropical island, the mushroom forest, and the crystal city. Yeah, so there are 3 places. And as you see in the second screenshot, the students have to collect items from taking the classes in order to unlock the next island. Yeah, so it's gonna be like kind of collection game, and in each lesson they can only collect a 1 item per lesson. Okay, so that kind of motivate them to continue the lessons with you. Yeah, so that's
what
how.
do they do?
Yeah,
What do they do? Do they, like, after the class is taken, do they get a chance to select it, or does it pop up during class sometime? Or
yeah, great question. So there are 2 ways they can earn the collectibles. Number 1 is in the classroom chests, the classroom rewards. Okay,
oh,
so yeah, it only one time it might pop up 1 collectible, yeah, in the chest, and the rest of the time will just be the XP rewards. Or let's say if the teacher didn't give any XP during the lesson, right? Maybe the teacher just forgot or whatever, then the student will get the collectible item at the end of lesson. Once they exit, when they leave the classroom, they will get the item anyways. Yeah, so we will guarantee that the student will get 1 collectible from taking a lesson. Yeah, so that's how they can get it, and then they just have to collect all of the items on in each island, and then move on to the next island. So what will change is also their homepage, as you see in the third screenshot. So let's say if the student's now in a tropical island, then they're going to be in the beach environment. Okay, so they can change the homepage, like more immersive experience. And when they unlock the next island, the mushroom forest, they can change into a mushroom forest background. Then they can also go back to the previous like desktop, kind of call it desktop pictures, right?
wallpaper, yeah.
Exactly, wallpaper, that's it. So they can collect all of the wallpapers too to customize their homepage. Yeah, so
This is
that's
so
going to
cool. My
happen.
students are going to love this. I have to say,
Absolutely, I know.
the pets is a huge selling points for my students. They come in, and after, like, if it's a trial afterwards, I always make sure they hatch their egg during a trial class or a first lesson.
Oh, amazing.
Then they're hooked because they leave the class, their pet pops up, and they're like, "What?" My egg. And especially a lot of times the kids don't choose the egg, the parents choose it for them when they're signing up.
Oh, okay.
So they have no idea what it's going to be,
Right. Yeah. So that's what I think when Brenda says some boys got a unicorn and is unhappy about it. But now we have the pet shop. Okay. If they're not happy with the unicorn, they can still work harder to buy a new pet that they like. Yeah.
You can tell when the parents picked it a lot of times, because I just had a 6-year-old boy today that hatched. He was a new student in my English Enlightenment class, my preschool class, and he came in today and he hatched a unicorn, and I was like, I wonder if we picked that one out. I mean, he could have, but usually that the little girls pick that one out.
Yeah,
The little
but
boys,
anyways,
puppies, and the
you can now tell him, hey, we have the pet shop on Funclass. If you're not happy with your unicorn, work hard in the class, come to my class more often so you can purchase a new pet.
Yeah, and then they have it at the end of the class. All the kids like who did well, like first, second, and third place, whatever
Yeah,
that pops up.
the
And he's like,
leaderboard, right? The
what?
leaderboard.
He's gonna be like, wait, what? They have a dragon? I got a unicorn, Mom. What did you do to me? I want a cool dragon.
Yeah. Speaking of that, in the future, we're going to release more different pets. Okay. So not just the 10 pets, which we have at the moment, then we're going to have more. Let's call it more rare pets, because they are not the one that you can just pick up when you sign up, but you really have to work hard to buy the more cool pets.
You should do seasonal pets, like a little elf pet, a little Easter
Oh,
pet.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna have all of the different like magical paths as well. Just pop up ideas, okay? I mean, we have the Facebook teacher community. So if you have some suggestions, ideas, what kind of path you like to see or your students will love to have, just let us know. We can just develop that for the teachers and students.
It is so it's such a selling point. Even when they have the boxes come up, a lot of my students can't touch the screen. I mean, I'm not saying they can't touch the screen, but I'm teaching 4 and 5-year-olds a lot of times, so they don't know how to click mouses and stuff like that. So I don't use a lot of the screen sharing, or I just do screen shares for a lot of it. But when they pick it up, they're like, 1, 2, 3, that one. They start telling their mom's clicking it. They get so excited. When they open up a box. So yeah, it's course.
Yeah. All right. So that is for our current gamification. And what we are currently also working on, again, it is something a lot of teachers have been requesting, which is the annotation tool on the co-browser and the recording. Okay. So this is a quite, I would say, laborious task. It is huge in order to develop the annotation tool and the recording, because from a development perspective, we have to sync somehow all of the strokes on the co-browser and then align it with the webcam, the teachers speaking, whatever. So it is like a huge development task for us. That's why it's gonna take some effort, okay, in order to release this. But yeah, we are on it, everyone. If you are looking forward to it, we are on it. Okay. And next one is the payment. I have told Jillian already the payment system. So as a independent teacher, okay, you are going to be able to collect payment directly on Funclass, and it's going to support the Chinese payment, WeChat Pay, Alipay as well. And the parents will just pay in their local currency, and then we will just do the conversion job for you to convert to your preferred currency. Okay. And yeah, it's just going to be very easy to make everything smoother, take payments. And for the academies, okay, if you are going to use Funclass Academy products, you can actually process teacher payroll as well. So instead of using another separate tool or invoicing tools, etc., everything can be done on Funclass. Yeah, automatic invoicing included. So that is another.
If you take payments from WeChat Pay,
yeah,
can you create invoices automatically? So when you take payments through WeChat Pay using this, can you set it up as a subscription invoice? Not where they automatically get charged, but where it will automatically send out?
Exactly. That's right, Jillian. Yeah. If they're on a subscription, then what Funclass will do is to send a payment reminder, like with a link every month, because somehow WeChat or Alipay doesn't support automatic deduction. Yeah. So we only have to send a payment link every month when the student is supposed to be renewed. Yeah.
That's really good. I have all of my students, whether they're in China or not, all of my students are on subscriptions.
Okay.
Even the ones paying WeChat Pay, because I do not have time. You've probably noticed, like, one thing happens and everything gets thrown off in my life, right? Like, I do not have time in my life to go through and see, to just track payments and send out. I don't have time for that. It's so much easier. All I have to do is go, and I'll be able to do it here too. But all I do right now, because I do Stripe, WeChat Pay subscriptions, and all I have to do is open up my subscriptions, scroll through, and see payment didn't go through, or payment not, like, if it's gray, it's not paid, and then I know, I'm like, okay, well, they're not having class today, like it happened this morning. You didn't pay class,
exactly. So what is great about that is if the student didn't pay on time, okay, and we will just disable the join class button for the student.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the fee that Funclass is going to take? Do you know?
Right. So the Stripe payment fee, that's like separate, right? It's not controlled by us. So I think
Right.
it's 2.9%.
I was like, it's not 9.
2.9%.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
2.9%. That is Stripe fee. We will just take 1% additionally.
Oh, it'd
1%.
be worth it. It'd be worth it to have not have the join button then. That
Yeah.
would, I'm like, I know, honestly, I'll probably, for 1%, I will probably switch all mine over to this too,
Yeah.
because it's, I mean, even though I can go through and I can look at my invoices and everything, it's so much, it's still something that I have to make a part of my daily thing. I would be able to completely take that off.
Exactly. If you're teaching loads of students, you don't have the mind like to keep tracking of everyone like every month, right? Actually daily, you have to check when the student is supposed to renew. So yeah, we will handle that automatically for you. I know like some other tools, like platform, they take a lot percentage. Yeah, but Funclass just takes 1% on top of what Stripe charges. Yeah.
That's
And
perfect. That's perfect. Yeah.
awesome. And then another one is the new gamification portal for teenagers. Okay. So I know a lot of teachers are teaching like older students, like adolescents of 15, 16 years old. So the pad can be a little bit too childish for them, especially maybe for teenager boys. So what we're going to do is to have a separate style for the teenagers. Okay. And it's going to be a kind of time travel story where the students go to different historical eras to solve puzzles to fix the time. Okay, so they will have their own avatar, as you see in the second screenshot. So there's no pet anymore, but real human beings. Yeah, and
This is, I've known about this since like October.
Oh yeah, I know. This is like a huge project because we have to design every single
Yeah.
puzzle. Yeah, just to make it exciting for the teenagers as well, and students. Yeah, they have to take lessons to level up to unlock the next puzzle. Yeah, the riddles, and they can also purchase a hint. Okay, again, this is how the coin system works in the teenager portal. So instead of buying, let's say, food or whatever for the pet, on the teenager portal, the students, they can purchase the hint to solve the puzzles, okay, if they don't know how to do. And the puzzles are going to be multidisciplinary. We're going to have puzzles for math, for English literature, for history, for geography, etc. So since it is for teens, at least the secondary schools, they can also practice or apply their knowledge that we learned in school to solving the puzzles. Yeah. So one example, I'm going to just spoil everybody a little bit, okay? The first historical era the students are going to start with is the Egyptian era. Yeah. So when the students go back to the Egyptian era, they can solve a lot of puzzles about, let's say, the pyramids, the pharaohs, and learn a lot of fun facts about Egyptian. Yeah, about Egyptian society, etc. So that's how it's gonna work for the teenagers. So it's way more stimulating for the older ones because that's what they need, right? Rather than a simple pet development game. Yeah. So I'm personally super hyped about this teenager version. I want to be a student to experience everything. Yeah, so super excited about this. And about the next one, oh, I think that's okay. I have everything here about the updates. But yeah, one thing I didn't put it here on the slides is a Zoom integration. Okay, so I know a lot of teachers, they're used to Zoom, but they lack the excitement, the gamification of Funclass, right? But most of them, they just want to stick to what they're using now because it's familiar to them. So what Funclass is going to do is to have a Zoom integration. Okay, so for those ones who like to stick with Zoom, you will have Zoom and the Funclass gamification on top of that. Yeah, so you can still use the familiar platform you're using at the moment, but have access to all of the exciting gamification features of Funclass and all of the learning management systems like scheduling, feedback sharing, homework assignment, and the future payments. Okay, so that's what we are going to do with the Zoom integration. All right, any question? I'm now done with all of the updates.
I asked my questions when you were doing it. This is really cool. So I had seen the teenager thing, but I didn't see all of this. This is really cool.
I can actually share everyone a little bit more how we are doing this at the moment. Okay, so
Okay.
every week, yeah, we would design new puzzles, and also the design like the new characters, etc. Yeah, let me just give everyone a sneak peek into this very exciting teenager portal.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so I would just show you how we work on the puzzles, like on a weekly basis. So you see this a huge Figma board with all of the levels, okay, different stages, and all of the descriptions about the storyline. It is a lot, I have to say. And these are some examples of the puzzles. Okay, these are just some um, like initial ideas of the puzzle, not the final look appearance, how it's going to look. Oh, by the way, for the puzzle, we are likely to use January. Okay, we're going to use January to create the puzzles and then embed it into Funclass.
Okay.
Yeah, and so this is an example. I don't know whether it makes any sense to you, Jillian, how you're supposed to solve the riddles. Okay, but this is an example. Okay, what the students will encounter, and then if they have no clue how to solve the puzzle, they can always purchase the hint. Okay, using the
Okay.
virtual
Yeah,
coins
I see.
they earn.
I see what this is. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
So you
so
have
that's one example, right? So we have a lot of other puzzles here, like this one. This is more like about math to learn about the Pythagorean, basically the geometry.
Pythagorean.
Yes, yes, exactly. And then the students can also apply the math knowledge they learn at school to solve the puzzles. So it's not just about like for fun, but also it's actually very educational. Yeah, all of the puzzles.
Very
All
cool.
right. And so that is for
Pythagorean.
Egyptian. And currently we're working on the Renaissance period, so Da Vinci. So as you can see, like some of the paintings, and also the yeah, during that Da Vinci period, there are a lot of other inventions, etc. We're going to do Industrial Revolution and then World War as well. So all of these significant histories we're going to include it in the puzzles.
Very cool. Lori wants to know if you'll be able to switch students from gamification and non as they get older.
Yeah, for sure. So at the moment, there's no way to switch, but we can definitely add that function on their
There is. There is.
account
Yes, there
setting.
is. There is a way. You would just have to open up a new class. So you'd have to invite them to a new class.
Right. At
You
the
have
moment,
that on
yes.
there too. You have that on there too, right? On your to-do list that you've only got a couple of things on there, but you've got that on your to-do list too, right? To make it so that teachers can manually add students and switch between classes at some point in time.
Exactly. Yeah. That's something we want to do, but we haven't done it yet. So what we want to do is that on the students' account setting page, there is a setup whether they want to use the gamified version or the plain version without the pad. Yeah, and in the future, once we have the teenager version, they can switch to teenager version as well. Yeah, so the students can actually choose as well what kind of gamified version they want to use. Yeah, as they get older, hopefully, yeah, they can switch to our teenager version.
But right now, if you wanted to switch, you could still switch your students to non-gamification. So if you have a student that's like, I don't want the pets, I don't want to see this, it makes me mad, whatever, all you would have to do is send them a new invite link to a new class that you set up without it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So you can create a new class and then just click.
Oh, who froze? Was it me or her? Which one of us froze? Let me know in the comments here who froze. Who's frozen? I'm about to look at my phone and see which one of us is frozen. I'm going on YouTube. Hold on a second. Unless somebody wants to let me know. I don't know who's frozen. Oh, it's not me. Okay. Yen froze. Okay, and she left us. She abandoned us. That's really cool though. So out of curiosity, while we're waiting for her to pop back on, because I'm sure she will. Oh, it says she's in. Oh, okay. Whoops. Oh no, that was before she said that. So out of curiosity, if you're watching this before we boot it off, Yan, which one are you the most excited for? I'm going to be honest, even though I do my own payments, I'm really excited about the payments coming up. I am excited about the shop that's already here, but the payments, we just had somebody in coaching. So if you're a member of Teacher Boss Society, we have coaching every Thursday. So today was coaching earlier today. And the person that came into coaching, she's like, well, I can't set up Stripe until I set up my website. And I don't know what I want my website to be for my email. And like, and I'm like, stop. Don't worry about that. Just get students first. So when you have something like this, you don't have to worry about having a website so that you can, set up a Stripe account. So if it's all in the same place where you're having your classes, that is perfect. It is absolutely perfect. I'm so excited about that. I don't know if she's coming back in. If not, that's fine. So far she told us about the pet shop, which we already knew. More pet shop things coming. It says she's back. What? I'm back. Can you hear me? What? No. Is she here for you guys? Am I just talking to myself? Hold on a second. Nope. It's just me in here. I'm all by myself. You left me. Oh, now I can see her. Oh, there she is. Now I can see her.
All right, sorry guys. My connection just broke for a few seconds, so sorry if you see me frozen. So I was just trying to show everybody how you can make your student a non-gamified account. Okay, so as you see here, I have a non-gamified classroom, right? And you just add a new class, and there is a button. You can toggle it to non-gamified, and then just invite a student to join again, and then the student account will be converted to non-gamified. Yeah.
And then pretty soon the teenage. What are you calling the teenager version?
It's still Funclass, but we might just call it the academy. Well, not the academy. Sorry, the time travel. It has a name. It's called the Chrono Academy. So probably we'll just call it Chrono Academy.
Okay, so it'll say like gamified, non-gamified, and then Chrono or something, right?
Yes, I would say the first one's Pet, right, for the younger ones. And the second one is the non-gamified version without Pet, without any other things. And then the third one is this Chrono Academy time travel. Yeah, the time travel game.
Oh, okay. So you'll probably change it to like Pets, non-gamified, and Chrono then.
Exactly. We might also just call it teenager version. Yeah.
That's really cool. So I was asking everybody, out of everything that they've said, what are they the most excited about?
Yeah, I would be curious to learn.
Did you be talking all to myself?
I heard. Yeah, you said your favorite is payment, and I would say my personal favorite is the teenager version. It's just so cool.
The teenager version is really, really cool. And it's the most exciting, but I think the payment is the most useful to people right now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, for teachers, the payment is definitely a huge thing. That's how they survive, right? And I was, as a student perspective, I'm definitely so excited about the teenager version.
The teenage version is so cool, and I've been excited about that for a while, and it's even cooler than your original, original plan for it. You've gone above and beyond for it. But like I was saying, like today in coaching, we had someone. So we have in Teacher Boss Society, we had the Enroll and Grow Challenge back in February, which is still up. Anybody can get to it. Just go to teacherbosssociety.com, and it goes through and it teaches you exactly how to enroll students. We had somebody get 10 new students their first week doing it. Like we're not worried about verbs. I know. Yay. Good job, Natalie. That was Natalie. So everybody give her a round of applause.
Yay.
But you're going through there and you're not worrying about websites. You're not worrying about like branding and what your social media looks like and any of that. You're just going out there and getting students, and you worry about that stuff later, right? So just go out there and make some money before you like worry about the rest of the stuff. Exactly. So we had somebody come in and she did not have a Stripe account yet. She's one of the teachers that's not coming from working from these companies where she already had a Stripe account. So like she's coming from like school companies, so she didn't have a Stripe account. They asked her for her website. She's like, well, now I need a website. And she stopped and she's like, well, I'm not going to set up my stuff until I have to. And I'm like, no. do this right now. Like I gave her a temporary option for right now. Like do this right now, because we're not going to let having a website stop you from making money. Like you're like, this is what you do now, but but now it'd be nice because that's right in the setup. So if you go to the prep day, which is open and available for anybody, if you go to the prep day for the Enroll and Grow Challenge, the first day has you choose a platform. And if you chose Funclass for your teaching platform, then your payments right in there and you don't have to worry about that. So
Yay!
yeah, so it's for someone that teaches the business side of things. It makes it easier for me to help people who don't have anything set up yet. I'm excited about that.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Okay. So I think, yeah, that's everything. I hope everyone will have more like excited feelings about Funclass in the future. Yeah. I'm super hyped about all of the updates.
Yeah, it is so cool. It is so cool. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for coming on again.
Thank you.
I'll have her back. I'll invite her back the next time they release something new.
Oh, my
I love
pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah.
And yeah, I'll see you guys all later. Oh,
Thank
wait,
you.
before everybody goes, this isn't related to Yan, so I'm gonna talk about what we're doing. So as long as we're on here, I'm going to give everybody the opportunity to know what we're doing. So we talked about not needing a website at some point in your teaching business journey. You will need to create a website. You will need to have one. Once you get to a certain level, you want to have that credibility. You want to have a place for your testimonials and for your checkout page and to make your life easier. So the first month, so February's challenge was Enroll and Grow. That's getting students and start making money. The second challenge was branding. So we did our branding challenge last month where it was fun. We got to pick out our colors and pick out our elements and pick out our fonts and make a brand board. It was really cool seeing everybody's like visions come together. In April, we are going to be, so it's the week of Good Friday. We are going to be doing another challenge where we're actually making our websites. So if you are at the point where you already have students and you want to make a website or you want to make your website better, our website revamp challenge is in April. You can join by going to teacherboss.society.com, and it's really good. The
I can
challenge
definitely champion that. Yeah. I mean,
You can
Jillian,
what?
I said I definitely champion that. I mean, you are such a great coach that helped teachers get students in the first week, as you said, Natalie. That's like a miracle. Yeah. So I definitely would recommend everybody to give it a try.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like because teachers go through and they there's so many things when you're starting a business. That's what you're doing. You're starting a business, and there are so many different things that are on your to-do list. You know this, you run a business, okay? I have to do a blog post.
I know.
I have
Yeah.
to do this. I have to do that. I have to do my billing. I have to do, if you're developing your own curriculum, you have to create your pages. You have to, and it just makes sense to put them in an order that makes sense. So you're making money first and then revamping things. Yeah. So Lori's actually in Teacher Boss Society. She has a couple of things to tweak on her website. And Lori's board, what do you call it? The mood board, her mood board for her website was really cool too. It looked awesome. Your colors look awesome together. It was so much fun. But even if you join, like if you're watching this in like December and we've already gone through 11 challenges and you're like, well, it's too late to join, you can do any challenge at any point in time and we're there to support you. And that's the kind of cool thing about it. So you can come in at any point in time and be like, you know what, I need to do. And even for me, I use the challenges on my own. Like I was using Groove Funnels and I switched from Groove and went back to WordPress. I had to redo everything. So I'm like, you know what, as long as I'm doing it, I'm going to redo my branding. So I'll show you. I actually went and redid my branding. Wait, I'm not on Zoom. What am I doing? I'm not on Zoom. Where's my thingy here? I actually went and redid my branding. Wait. Oh, can I not? Oh, it's asking me to. I did this. So Google Chrome. I should be able to. Okay, I can't share my screen because that's in a different Chrome tab and it's not letting me. But I posted it in the Facebook group. Like I actually went and redid all my branding and everything, and it looks so much better. My website. I could. I'm not gonna worry about it. But anyways, that was my little thing. I wanted everybody to know. In a couple of weeks, we've got that coming up, so we're going to be doing the website thing. Thank you so much for coming on. Link is in the description box if you want to get Funclass or join Teacher Boss Society. And I will see you guys all later. Oh, she said she found, where you go? Found a really cool app yesterday called Breakout Clips. It's really cool for ads. I'm trying it out today. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm going to have to, do you know that one, Yen? Or is that new for you?
No idea.
I'll have to check that out
Breakout clips. Okay.
Cool. All right. I will see you.